So, how to set up your title block. Alright, first thing I did is I opened Autodesk AutoCAD 2021. Alright, you'll come up to a screen similar to this. You might have a pop-up above. If you click the X in the pop-up or OK in the bottom right corner, should get to a screen that looks like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the AutoCAD A, so the red A in the top left corner. I'm going to click New, and I'll get a list of the different templates, and I want to select the one that is ACAD. It'll open up a blank drawing. Alright, up here at the top are the toolbars. Alright, each toolbar has its own name, so draw toolbar, modify, annotation, layers. So if I say something's in the modify, that hopefully should help you find it. When we do the drawing, we're going to do it here on the grid. This is model space. For the part where we're going to print it out for the title block, we're going to do that on layout 1. So I click there. It changes now. It looks like a sheet of paper. It has a border already. All I'm going to do is add my title block. Moving the paper around, I can use a scroll wheel to zoom in, zoom out. If I press and hold the scroll wheel, I can pan left and right. If you're doing this on a laptop, my suggestion to make life easier would be plug in or connect a mouse. And so you can do it with a trackpad. It's just, it can be kind of a pain. Alright, so I'm going to do my title block now. I'm going to do the first button, first command that we're going to learn is line up here. I'm going to click. Down here, this is a command box, a command prompt. If you're ever not sure what to do next, look down here and it kind of gives you hints or tells you what you're trying to do. So it tells me line, specify first point. So I'm going to come down here to the corner, get my mouse close till I get my green box. Alright, that's an object snap. That means I don't have to try and zoom in really far and line up my cursor exactly with the corner. If I get it close enough and that green box pops up, it means it'll connect there. So I clicked on that corner. Now the line will follow wherever my mouse is. I want to draw it straight down. So I'm going to move my cursor so it's straight down. It tells me it's 90 degrees. And you can see a green dotted line extending. That just means it's aligned with that angle. And then the distance I'm going to come down is going to be 3/8. So all I have to do is type 3\8. I'll hit enter. Then it made a 3/8 long line, or 0.375, and it made it straight down. Now to come across here, this distance, I'm not going to have to do math. I'm not going to have to type it in at all. If I touch this corner, I didn't click on it. All I'm doing is touch it with the cursor and bring it down. I can line it up so that the line is going to be horizontal, lined up, and lined up with that corner. You can see the green dotted lines extending both ways. Then I click. Now to close it in, I'll click on there in the bottom right corner. To stop drawing lines, I can either hit enter or escape. Either one will work. So I have the title block made. Now I'm going to split it up into sections. I could do it with line, but I'm going to use a different command. I'm going to use offset, which is in the modified toolbar, and it's the bottom right button here. I'm going to click offset. What offset does And if you're ever not sure what something does, put your mouse over it, and then it'll tell you the name, and it kind of it will tell you what it does, and give you a little picture. Some pictures are better than others. What offset does is it makes copies of lines a certain distance away. I say it's really great at making parallel lines. It works for circles to make concentric circles. So I'm going to use it to make a copy of this line. Alright, I clicked on the button. I look down here and it tells me specify offset distance. So it wants to know how far away to make the copy. The first one I'm going to do is going to be 2.5. I hit enter. Now it says select the object to offset. So I'm going to click on the very first line we drew. Now it wants to know specify point on the side to offset. Do you want it 2.5 to the left? 2.5 to the right. 2.5 to the left is going to be off the paper. So you're going to click somewhere to the right. Doesn't matter where. I can click all the way off of the paper, and it will just make it 2.5 inches over. If I hit enter, it will end the command. Now I'm going to use it again, so I can either click on the button, or if I hit enter, it'll start the command that I just had going. It'll start it up again. So distance, this one I'm going to do 3. I'm going to click on the line I just made, click somewhere to the right, hit enter to end it, enter, start it back up, and I'll do 1 inch for this one. Alright, now I have it split up. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use the line command. I'm going to draw diagonal lines through each of the boxes. Then to stop drawing lines, hit escape or enter. I'm going to use these to line up my text, to help line up my text down at the bottom of the screen. They're a little cut off, but this button right here is object snap. If I click on the down arrow beside it, it gives me all the different options that I can have lines snap to. Yours probably, when you first turn it or look at it, won't have midpoint turned on. You want to click to turn midpoint on, and then you click off. You want to make sure that this button is blue. If it's not lit up, that means object snap is turned off and it won't jump to any point. Make sure it's blue. Now to do the text, I'm going to come up here to annotation. I'm going to click on the down arrow underneath text. I'm going to click single line. Alright, now instead of clicking right away, I'm going to center and space it out correctly. So to do that, I'm going to justify it. So I can either click here where it says justify, or I can just type J and hit enter. Alright, it then gives me this drop down with options. The same options are going across in the command box here. Alright, we want it centered top to bottom and left to right. So what I'm going to do is I can either click here, I can click on it if I could see it, or I can just type MC for middle center. Now it says specify middle point of text. Now on that diagonal line, when I get close to the middle of it, I'll get a little green triangle. That's the object snap symbol for midpoint. It even tells me midpoint. I'll click. Now the next, it wants to specify height. 0.2 is fine, so all I have to do is hit enter. Then it wants the rotation angle. Right now it's set for 0, which is fine, so all I have to do is hit enter. And now I should get a blinking cursor. And I'm going to do last name, comma, first initial. To stop typing, if you hit enter twice, it will end the command for you. Next one over, same thing, single line, J, MC, click on midpoint, enter, title, enter, single line, justify, MC, midpoint, enter, we'll do the date, 9/23, and then last one, justify, no center, click, enter, and we'll do, this is just be drawing number, you just put a 1 in there for now. Once I have all my text and it's centered up, I can then get rid of the diagonal lines. Get rid of them, all I did was click on to select them. When they're selected, they'll turn blue and have these little boxes or handles. Then to get rid of them, I just press the delete button. Again, I hit delete, not backspace. Backspace won't do anything. Alright, so you have all that set up. That's all we got done today. I'll show how to make the layers and stuff tomorrow. So if you get this part done, then you'll be caught up with everyone. So saving it, here's it. I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like to you because you're not on the server. So what I would do is, when you click save as, when it says save in and it has documents, just create a folder in your documents, name it CAD, and you can save inside that folder. If you have a thumb drive, saving it on a thumb drive wouldn't be bad. That way, if you would switch from virtual to in-person, then you could bring your drawings in with you. Or if you would need extra help and like coming to school on a day or something, that way, I don't know, it's just a little bit more mobile. But just as long as you have it saved somewhere. The people in class, they went to their H drive and saved it inside of their H drive. And I have one in there. So that's everything. And again, if you need clarification or help, just send me a message in Classroom or Zoom. I'll share my screen. Like I said, I would recommend if you can put Zoom on your Chromebook, and then it'll free up the whole screen for CAD, so you're not trying to bounce between the two different ones. Alright, hopefully that helps.